Hello, welcome to this week's edition of MMA news. Okay, I'm going to be talking about the two major cards that happened a week ago and is going to take place tonight. Okay, first off, Strikeforce recap. Shamrock versus Diaz. It was a very good card, very good fight. The fans were not disappointed. The first fight ended with Brett Rogers versus Ron Humphreys, ended with TKO by Rogers. So, and actually, that's interesting because that fight ended up putting him in a spot where he's going to be he's going to fight against Alistair Overeem for the Strikeforce Heavyweight Championship. Now, I don't think that warrants getting a shot at championship, but it's Strikeforce, so they gotta do with what they've got, and not to mention working with Affliction to get some of their fighters over may take time, so that's understandable. Christian Santos versus Hitomi Akano. It was pretty much a bloodbath because of the fact that you got this, big bulk, big Cyborg Santos going against little Hitomi Akano, who's basically fighting at what she normally weighs. She's not even cutting. She didn't even cut weight for that fight. So that was hopefully the Carano Santos fight will be a bit more exciting. But anyways, that ended in TKO in the third round. Scott Smith, Benji Raddick. That was a terrific comeback for Scott Smith to come back after being dominated in the first two rounds and KO Raddick like that. So he actually broke his hand, I believe, as a result, but so he got that taken care of. Melendez, Rodrigo Dam, you had a submission for the interim lightweight championship. You had a submission artist versus Melendez. Melendez basically ground and pounded him all the way through the second round, in which he finally got won by KO via punches. The main event, Frank Shamrock Diaz. Diaz is basically fighting 10, 20 pounds above his normal weight. He's basically he's basically barely cutting any weight. So, but of course he's a boxer, and I think this just goes to show you that Frank Shamrock's time is running out, just like his brother Ken Shamrock's time is running out. Those guys are basically running out of gas. Frank Shamrock lost to a guy who was much lighter than him. So yeah, that's the deal. Now, on a related note, Tito Ortiz is now in talks to possibly fight to sign with Strikeforce. First, let me get that. Now, this isn't unusual. He was potentially talking with Elite XC to maybe to fight with them before they went under. Then he was talking with Affliction. Then you had the Strikeforce acquisition. So he's looking. It looks like he's looking primarily to fight with Strikeforce. He's in talks. He was looking at getting a rematch with Shamrock, but after tonight, that's probably not going to happen. So we can the person he's been talking, he's once again talking trash, talking about fighting against Renato Sobral. That has the potential to be a good fight. Obviously, like I said, Tito hasn't signed yet, so until he does, it's not probably won't happen. So that's Tito. So tonight we have UFC 97. It's we have Anderson Silva coming back from a mediocre win against Patrick Cote. Cote was definitely doing more action in that fight, his last fight, than Silva was. So you had that. So he's going against submission specialist Tally's Latest, who he's 14-1, but it's like, who's he going against? He doesn't really have much of a resume. I mean, I personally think Silva's gonna just destroy him, like he has other opponents. He's looking for redemption from his last fight. He's going to go and show that he's the pound-for-pound best fighter in the world, which right now, according to Yahoo Sports, he's currently tied with Fedor Emelianenko. So yeah, he has to do a spectacular fight if he wants to win. Fedor's not due to fight until like July or August, so that's that. So the co-main event, we've got Chuck Liddell versus Mauricio Shogun Rua. Now, Liddell's lost 3 of his last 4 fights. His last loss was against Rashad Evans. And his career is looking like it's going on the back burn. It looks like he's running out of time. But Shogun, who won a one of the middleweight Grand Prix of Pride, and at one point was considered the best fighter in the world, he too hit on hard times, but he's still got quite some time left in him. Obviously, his fight with Coleman was relatively disappointing. So he's also looking for redemption. Liddell's looking to stay in the game. Shogun's looking to get back into the game. Obviously, if Liddell loses, I'm thinking he's probably going to either need to consider retiring or leaving the UFC for like Strikeforce, maybe getting a rubber match with Tito, or a rematch with Renato Sobral. I don't know, going to Dream or World Victory Road, going there and going against Mohammed the King of the Wall. That wouldn't be bad, because you've got this very promising young athlete versus the veteran. So there's a lot of options for him. He could go he could go anywhere. There's just so many options for him. So that's that. Other notable fighters are Czech Congos, Steve Cantwell, Krzysztof Savinsky, one of the last Ultimate Fighter contestants. He's going. There's on the other card. There's a lot of got a lot of Canadian fighters, obviously, in Canada, and of course we had all that controversy earlier. So yeah, there's that. Next week there's not much going on except for another episode of The Ultimate Fighter. That's basically what's up with that. So this is basically the last big fight of the month. All other shows are going on. There's gonna be a whole bunch of them going on next month. You got WC coming back, UFC, obviously, they've got things going on every month. So yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching.